Are your attitudes and feelings about your past keeping you from living a full life today?
Well, I think it's time we talk about that here today on My Sober Truth. Well, it's May 12th and it's time for a double shot of My Sober Truth. Shawn, I love the title of today's reading, The Past is Over. You know, when we look at our past lives steeped in addictions, there's a tendency to want to wish away all the stupid stuff we did.
That's right.
But I'd love to hear from you to understand, why is that something we should never wish for?
Well, I can tell you this. There's this thing you hear in and around the rooms of 12-step recovery. You might hear someone say, I'm a grateful alcoholic, or I'm a grateful addict. And it's really hard to understand that when you're first coming in. What do you mean you're grateful to be an alcoholic? What do you mean you're grateful to be an addict? But the truth is, for me, and for a lot of other people that I talk to and have conversations with about it, where it comes in is this sickness, this disease, whatever you want to call it. It is a part of what makes me me. And the truth is, more than likely, I never would have done the work, personal work, that it takes, the reviewing of my past and the working on of my past to get through to the point where I am today. I'm not saying that if I hadn't started using, I couldn't have made a good and fruitful life. Maybe I could have, but I don't know that. I don't know that I could have. I don't know any of that. This is what I know. And I can be a grateful alcoholic, recovering addict, recovering alcoholic, because I have done this work. I have, for lack of a better way to put it, I found what makes me tick. Right. I know these things about myself that I maybe never would have known. And, the past is over. I don't wish that I could erase the past. If there is one thing that I wish I hadn't hurt so many people, but that also comes along with the way things have played out in my life. Some people have hurt me as well. So in order for all that to play out to get me here where I need to be today, things had to happen the way that they happened. There's so much in working these steps that just helps you get to know yourself, gets to help you know who you are. And one of the big things that I've come across over these past years in doing this stuff is, I don't want to wish anything away, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't get you anywhere. What gets you somewhere is figuring out what it takes to change yourself. If I don't like what's going on in my life, I need to figure out what I can do to change it. And then I have to be really honest with myself about willingness. Right. Am I willing to do this? Am I willing to go to any lengths to get what I want out of my life? And when I was first in the program, that was a very simple question for me, because I was so sick and tired of being the person I didn't like, that I was willing to go to any lengths. I was willing to do whatever somebody else said to me. And luckily for me, I started having some success really quickly. And I seen how things were getting better. And it made me want, in a very addict, alcoholic kind of way, it made me want more and more. Man, this feels good. This feels better. I feel some of this lifting off me. Right. I want some more. So nowadays, it's more about me looking at how I'm going to be a success in life. I want to be a success. And I'm not talking about monetary success necessarily. I'm not talking about anyone else's thoughts of success. I'm talking about my thoughts on success. Gotcha. I want to be a successful human being. Right. All that other stuff are some of the fruits of the labor of becoming a successful human being. Right. When I start a new project, when we started My Sober Truth, we had to sit down, make a list, figure out what it was going to take to do this, and then ask ourselves the honest question, are we willing to do it? Right. Well, here we sit, so we're willing to do this.
Right. Changing our perspective on the past. Yeah. And being able to see what got us to the depths of addiction. Right. And it's out of the depths of addiction that we begin to deal with those underlying issues that caused us to use in the first place.
Absolutely.
And so in some sense, the rock bottom was the blessing, even though it's kind of hard to talk about that. And wishing that rock bottom away, if you have any success in life now in your journey, is wishing away the foundation of your success.
Absolutely.
Changing your perspective on that situation is what we're talking about here. Changing your perspective. What are you willing to do to change your perspective? And sometimes it's getting outside of yourself and saying, this bad thing, how can it be used for good?
Right.
This negative situation in my life, this negative experiences, I guarantee that there's someone in your fellowship, there's someone in your group, there's someone that you're going to run across in life that as you continue to build a life on a great foundation, you're going to be able to help them, you're going to be able to relate to them because they're going to see where you came from.
Yep.
You're going to provide hope for them.
Yep. They're never going to be able to get over, around, past, through this barricade in their success without somebody that they can relate to and somebody else. I talk about it, I've talked about it in previous episodes, where until I started getting that out and voicing it and actually speaking into it, it was almost like it was some sort of fiction, but then it wasn't fiction. It was like, I can't believe I ever did that bad thing. But I had done that bad thing, and my subconscious knew that I had done that bad thing, and it bled over into my consciousness. Right. So once I put some truth to it, put a voice to it, started talking about it with another human being who did not judge me, they looked at me and went, "Oh man, I've done stuff like that," or man, I didn't do that, but I did this, and it's very similar. And you talk about those things, and now it's a healing process for both of you.
Right.
And how do you get rid of it? How do you turn this darkness into light? You share it with someone else.
Right.
So,
and all of that changes your perspective. This brings me to a question I'd love to ask the viewers. And so I don't know where you are in your 12-step journey or even where you are with this 5th step, but here's the thing. What action are you willing to take today to start changing the way you feel about your past? Okay? Think about it. Put your answers down in the comment section below, and who knows, your answer may change someone's life today. And on that note, for My Sober Truth, I'm Mark.
And I'm Shawn, and here's hoping that today you stay drunk with success. Love y'all.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you're thirsty for another round, then belly on up to mysobertruth.com and click on the double shot button today. There you'll find the encouragement, inspiration, and support that'll help you stay clean, on track, and prospering in every area of your life. Take a moment to subscribe to this channel, and if you got a minute, stick around. Let's watch another video together.